And yes, we leave our butter out on the counter. Oh, no. Good morning, everybody. Today's kind of a hodgepodge of a day. Just little projects, and I don't know. I just thought maybe some people might like to see it, some might not. One of the projects is working on this cat shed area around there. I'm moving sprinklers around. We seeded grass and we just don't want it to die. Typically, we wouldn't waste the resources like that. But for erosion reasons, we need to keep the grass alive a little bit. I've already been down in the garden. Didn't do too much down there, but I'll just kind of throw in a few clips that I took. So this is what's going on, you guys. I've got these, I mean, look at the roots coming out of here. I've got a bunch of these. Just in this little area, there's 16 little pots. What I'm doing is taking these pots, I'll move along this side and explain it better to you, but then the runners off of this pot, I'm just setting in pots like that. And then now I'm going to kind of start on this before the sun comes up. I got up early just to get out here before it gets too hot and the sun comes up, so I'm going to go do that. There's Elliot back there. So I'm going to run inside. I'm going to grab Big Black his milk and make him a special breakfast. The other ones eat it too, but he definitely enjoys the special breakfast. But yeah, so it's just going to be a hodgepodge type of a day. I've got pickles to make. My cucumbers are coming in like crazy. I have rhubarb. I was fortunate enough to run into a lady who decided to give me an abundance of rhubarb, so we're going to get that washed. Probably make rhubarb pie filling. I'm thinking do something, maybe can it just plain rhubarb. I'm not sure. I pulled out some more roast. I'm going to make pot roast in a can and can that up. What else do I have to do today? I want to try to bring my garlic in and get that processed and that canned up as well, which is a lot of canning, but if I plan it out, hopefully it gets done. The roasts are out of the freezer, they're thawing. It's easier to cut roast when they're not thawed, but not frozen. So, and it is already getting warm out here, so I'm going to get going on this. I'm not sure how much I'll show, but I'll take some before and after pictures at least. Maybe a little bit of camera showing what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to go in. I'm going to get this stuff going because, like I said, it's going to be a busy day. Before we get started outside, I came inside. I'm going to grab the dog. But I'm going to make my little matcha drink. It's so good. This is, you guys can kind of read what it is. This is what I put in there. I'll put in some of this. This is ground ginger. I do have this stuff I use. And then I have some raw, unfiltered honey. And yes, we leave our butter out on the counter. Oh, no. And then this is a teacher I made, which is, this is burdock root, dandelion, and chickweed. And I add that in there, fill it up with water, put it on some ice. I put like a splash of half and half. Looks yummy. I switch out my lids. Off to work. He's ready to work. So good. He likes to pretend to hunt. Did you get it? Where is it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Did you get the mice? Get them. Did you get it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, so we are going to start by cleaning this up, you guys. I'm going to pull some weeds. I'm going to rake. I'm going to assess the slope and the landscape. I've kind of, you can't see on camera, but I just makeshift made little stairs here for the winter time. So what I'm going to do is I got these wood pallets. They're not going to last, but for the time being, until I actually get in some landscape rock, we're just going to use what we have. Let's go get you some water. Buddy, let's go get some water and a beef liver treat. He will hunt, quote unquote, for hours if you let him. To the house. He's a good boy. You gonna get your treat? That's it. He gets one. The Nico the garden kitty, he gets one. There you go. Those are just beef livers I put through the freeze dryer. They love them. Next on my list, hey Big Black, of to-dos is to vacuum the cat shed. Yeah, yep, as soon as we're done, we're going to get you some milk. Yep. I'm just going to change their linens. I got some extra blankets right here. We're just going to go and just shop vac some of the bigger clumps, and then we'll floor vac the rest. Right, yeah. Then we'll feed you your milk. I usually take their bowls and wash them out, so I don't want to stir up the dust while he's drinking his milk. So I'm going to get this cleaning done, and then we'll give you your milk. Thank you, buddy. Now I can finish that spot. I got their fan running, which I do keep it running, especially it's been so hot. But we're going to wash the bowls real quick, and then hopefully this will dry up just a little bit before I put their fresh linens back on. Ready for your milk? You ready for your milk? There you go, buddy. I always put a blanket on this. It just collects the hair and keeps it like Velcro to this, I guess you will, instead of floating around. And then I have their pet beds here, which I just cover with a pillowcase. It's easier to take this pillowcase off, wash it, and then the whole pet bed. This is where our diesel heater goes. That's exhaust, or fresh air intake, and that's the exhaust. So what we have to do is just form the board and then put the insulation back in there. And then there's just one spot. We've got like shelves. So that's why the ladder's still in here. But we've got one spot up here. We just need a third person to help us lift up that. And then we'll finish around the top here. And you guys, it's just a shed, so we're not making it all fancy. It keeps the cats warm and keeps them cool in the summertime. There's the other side, and it's so nice out right now. That's Cindy Ray. You guys have seen the cats before. This is Elliot. Hi, baby. Yeah, hi. Yeah, there's some milk in there. Yeah. I think I'm also going to tackle this. Walking up here earlier, I was like, man, we got to do something. There's some weeds. Put the hose back. Just the dog toys will kind of, I mean, there's not much you could do with dog toys. That's his rope, his extra rope. And then yesterday I washed the grill, so I got my paper towel still out and I had the soap out, and so I think I just might tidy up this little area right here. That's the grill cover. I sprayed that off and when I was washing the grill and cleaning that up. There's not much we can do, you guys. We've trucked in so much black dirt. The grass doesn't grow the greatest. This is where the dog plays. It's right in the backyard. We're fine with it. And just in case you guys are wondering, this is a new construction, so it's between two people. Most of the time it's a lot of work, but we're getting there. So we're just taking priorities with things that really matter. And unfortunately, some stuff gets pushed aside until we can do it. But at least we're housed and our animals are housed. I think that's a good priority to keep on top of your list. I honestly didn't do too much back here. Just wound up the hose, put the grill cover back on. There wasn't too much to do. Regardless, it's going to look like this until we get some fill right here. The chickens keep. This is where they dust bathe. I'm not sure why. And then I just rinsed off the deck just a little bit. And that's about it that I did over here. Washed down the doors. He likes to paw at them to get in. Remington, do you want to show him where your ball's at? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Oh, there it is. Go, Remy, go. Go, Remy, go. Go, Remy, go. This dog could run forever. He runs everywhere. I'm just gonna video a little before. We're just gonna do some cleanup around here. We're gonna get all this cleaned up inside the coop. We're gonna clean up. I leave the bedding. I'm not gonna replace the bedding. But this right here where they feed, I think they push it out of those feeders more than anything. But we'll get that cleaned up. Just all the sticks and stuff that they push aside, some crap laying around. And then we'll feed you guys tree treats. All right, just a little after shot, guys. We keep some of this debris right here. It stops them from scratching so much and throwing all of this to here. We ended up putting a log. A couple trees went down. So instead of just getting rid of these logs, we're almost making a tier because this is quite a hill, and for erosion purposes it's helped so far. Baby chicks are old enough, are going to take this inside. The ones that we have inside are still young, so instead of coming out here to get feed, I'm just going to take this inside, feed them inside. All I really did was just shovel all the feed and poop that was in there out and clean this pathway up. It's nice to keep this maintained a little. That way when the snow flies, it's not a huge chore to shovel back here. Well, we'll get you ladies some treats, okay? You guys ready for your treats? And back here, this is where I'm going to put their treats. This is everything that I just shoveled out. So they'll pick through that and actually eat the feed that they throw out of the feeders. And we're going to secretly take a handful around where the babies are and throw them down some. Hey, babies. There you go. This tote got filled with water, so I'm letting it all drain out for now, and we'll take care of this. Then I think I'll go in, wash up, and start doing kitchen canning. And we need to switch laundry. So we got to get that done. Here is my rhubarb. I'm going to wash it really well, cube it, and weigh it out, and start the process of making the rhubarb pie filling. It's 20 cups of rhubarb. We've got vacuum sealed in the bags. Here's the rhubarb pie filling. So I'm just going in and filling up my jars. I got 2 cookers starting just in case I need more room. There's 4 of the quarts, and this one just finished, so we're gonna pull this one out. You just want to keep them straight, put them down. And if you ask me, these look absolutely delicious. I can't wait to try a recipe with these. Moving my sprinkler, and we're gonna grab some dill from the garden, get an onion and some garlic so we can get these pickles made. Okay. Gotta wait 1 second so the water doesn't get me. It's kind of nice having all the needed supplies when you need them to make something. Might water while I'm down here. I did it last night and then I did it this morning, and oh my gosh, these just wilt right back up. But we're gonna pick whatever cucumbers we find also while we're down here. But to the dill. All right, we got a few cucumbers. Just wanted to show you guys what I do with my cucumbers before I get a chance to use them. Is I put them in a baggie with a wet or like a damp towel, and they'll stay in the fridge for quite some time. They're nothing's soft, nothing's bad. It's a good way to store your cucumbers. We're just placing the dill in the jar, throwing in a couple cloves. Then I just slice and pack them as I go, stick in a few onion slices, and that's how we're packing these jars. So now I'm going to pour the brine over this, you guys. I'm going to stick it in the oven uncovered for 1 hour at a low temp. Forgot to mention, you want to put your jars in a tray and then pour your brine over it. And then when we get these all filled, like I said, leave them open in the oven. So when those jars come out of the oven, what we're going to do is immediately put the lids on and the rings and seal them, let them sit. Again, that was an hour in the oven at 250. Just threw all the cucumber ends for the chickens. All right, we got the dishes done. I tried to do little projects like getting the dishes done as my pickles are being canned or whatever it is I'm canning. I just tried to keep doing stuff, you know, just like laundry. And putting stuff away from my matcha drink. I have my honey, and I have this little dispenser, and you just kind of click this, and the bottom of this, it's a no drip, no spill, and it actually doesn't drip and it doesn't spill. So I'm going to get that filled. And then when I keep my stuff right up in here. I noticed my pancake mix was getting low. So I decided just to go ahead and make some more mix. I've kind of just made up my own little recipe here. You guys can look at it if you'd like. Okay, so now that all of this is done, what I'm going to do is I have to put another load of laundry in, and then we're going to gather all the garlic, and now we're going to actually process the garlic. I'm just grabbing a jar box. We'll put all the garlic in here. Maybe it'll all fit, I don't know, but we'll see.